Have you ever wondered why some older men have such a magnetic appeal to younger women? It's not about the flashy cars or the fancy dinners. In fact, it's something much deeper, something that resonates at a soul level in this video. We're diving into the most profound expectations that young women have when it comes to connecting with older men, and how embracing your true self could be the key to making that connection. You see, the first thing young women seek is authenticity, a real unap version of yourself. They want a man who shows up as he is with no pretense or need for validation. When you stop trying to impress and simply be yourself, something incredible happens. You become irresistible. This deep authenticity isn't just attractive. It builds a foundation for emotional security, trust, and a connection that lasts in today's world, where everything can feel surface level. This honesty and emotional maturity are incredibly rare and deeply valued, but that's just the beginning. As we go through this video, you'll also discover why emotional intelligence is such a game changer. It's not just about knowing how to handle conflict. It's about being present, understanding, and creating a space where she feels heard and valued. That's what truly builds the deep connection that goes beyond just physical attraction. And let's not forget about the magnetic power of authentic confidence. It's not about arrogance, it's about self-assurance that comes from knowing who you are without needing to prove anything to anyone. This kind of confidence paired with emotional maturity creates a bond that young women find incredibly powerful. So why should you stick around until the end? Because what we're talking about here is more than just a fleeting attraction. It's the foundation of a deep, lasting relationship. Stay with us as we uncover these powerful qualities that can transform your relationship and help you build meaningful connections that stand the test of time. If you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, I encourage you to click the subscribe button and ring the notification bell to stay updated on all our latest content. I'm eager to hear your thoughts on today's topic. If you enjoy the content, please comment 1 below. If it doesn't resonate with you, leave a 0. Your feedback is crucial, as it helps me create better videos that align with your interests. Now let's get started. The first and most profound expectation that young women have from an older man is something so powerful, yet often underestimated, overlooked or misunderstood: authenticity. It's not about dazzling her with extravagant gestures or attempting to impress her with grand tales of past accomplishments. The truth is, they're not looking for a parade of achievements that belong to a different time. What they truly crave is a man who shows up as himself, unapologetically and unguarded, revealing his true self without hiding behind masks or playing mind games. It's the courage to let go of any pretenses and simply be not a fabricated version of what you think she wants, but the real, unvarnished you. Young women seek emotional security, an anchor that grounds them and makes them feel safe and supported. An older man often has the life experience and maturity to offer the security, but only if it's paired with a truly authentic presence. This is what creates the space for a deep, meaningful connection. When you show confidence in your own skin, when you walk through life unburdened by the need to constantly prove yourself to others, something remarkable happens. You become magnetic. There's an undeniable strength in simply being at ease with who you are. This energy, this raw self-assured confidence, is not only incredibly attractive, but also a steadying force in a world that often feels unstable. You become irresistible, not because of any external achievement, but because of the quiet power of self-acceptance and emotional maturity. But it goes beyond the surface. Young women do not want a man who feels compelled to compete with their youth. They aren't interested in trying to keep up with their energy or match their pace. Instead, they want someone who is completely at peace with his maturity, someone who has learned from life's challenges and is no longer chasing after validation or approval. Rett's about a man who has embraced his years, who doesn't need to prove anything to anyone because he already knows who he is and what he brings to the table. The wisdom that comes with age is a quiet strength that young women find incredibly appealing. This deep sense of authenticity is also revealed in how you treat them. Young women long for a man who knows how to listen, not just to hear words, but to truly understand what is being said. Someone who listens with presence, with empathy, and with respect. It's not about offering advice when they don't ask for it, or trying to fix everything in their world. Sometimes all they need is someone who listens without interruption, someone who can hold space for their emotions, a man who respects them, values their perspective, and takes a genuine interest in who they are, has a significant advantage. This goes far beyond the superficial gestures, the lavish gifts, or the fancy dinners. While those things can be nice, it's the emotional connection, the moments where you show up for them in small, meaningful ways that truly count. If you find yourself offering vague responses or looking around as if distracted during a conversation, rest assured it is noticed. They can tell when your attention isn't fully there, when your words are empty or impersonal. It's easy to fall into the trap of giving surface-level answers, but that won't create a meaningful connection. The real magic happens when you show that you care, not just about what they have to say, but about who they are. They want to feel that they are seen and valued, not just for their appearance or what they can offer, but for the complexity and depth of their personality. They want to know that they matter in a way that goes far beyond the fleeting distractions of day-to-day life. That is when the connection deepens, when you demonstrate that you see them not just with your eyes but with your heart. However, the greatest secret to it all is understanding that authenticity doesn't mean oversharing your vulnerabilities in a way that overwhelms or undercuts your own sense of self. It's not about being an open book to the point where you become predictable or losing the essence of who you are. Vulnerability is powerful, but it must be expressed in a way that is balanced and intentional. It's about showing your authentic self with a sense of mystery, not just a raw, unfiltered version that leaves nothing to the imagination. There's a beauty in knowing how to reveal yourself selectively, allowing her to discover new layers of your personality over time. It's this delicate balance between transparency and mystery that is so captivating. Young women are drawn to men who are real, but who can also hold some space for intrigue and excitement. They want someone who doesn't shy away from showing his emotions, but who also knows how to keep some things close to the chest. This balance creates an energy of fascination that makes them want to know more, to peel back the layers and explore the depth of who you are. They don't want a man who gives everything away at once. They want someone who challenges them in ways that are healthy and uplifting, who inspires them to grow, and who shares in the journey of discovery. When you master this art of being authentic, yet just a little mysterious, emotionally available, yet never overbearing, the way she looks at you changes. It's almost palpable. You'll feel the shift in her presence, the way her eyes linger a little longer, the way she leans in to listen, the way her body language softens when you speak. This kind of deep, genuine connection is unlike anything else, and it can only be built on the foundation of true authenticity. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment number 1 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. Authenticity is not just a trait, it's the very foundation upon which a meaningful, lasting connection can be built. It's the key to forging something real, something deeply worth investing in. When you embody this kind of authenticity, you're not just showing up for the moment, you're showing up for the future. It's what transforms a simple encounter into something much more profound, a relationship that has the potential to stand the test of time in a world that often feels superficial. Authenticity is a rare and precious gift. When you give it, you offer something that lasts far longer than any grand gesture or fleeting moment of excitement. It's the gift of genuine connection. The second most crucial quality quitty young women seek in an older man, one that often flies under the radar or goes unnoticed, is something that holds immense power: emotional intelligence. It's not simply about being able to make rational decisions or calculate the best course of action. Emotional intelligence goes far deeper. It's about understanding and managing emotions in a way that reflects maturity, depth, and wisdom. Young women long for men who are not only capable of expressing their own feelings with clarity and honesty, but who also have the ability to read and comprehend emotions, both their own and those of others, without judgment or knee-jerk reactions. This isn't just a trait, it's a game-changer for many. It becomes the decisive factor between engaging in something superficial or embracing a truly meaningful and lasting connection. When an older man demonstrates emotional intelligence, when he shows genuine empathy, patience, and the ability to navigate complex emotional landscapes, he automatically stands out. This is a man who knows that timing is everything. He understands when to speak, when to remain silent, and most importantly, when to act in difficult or emotionally charged situations. A truly emotionally intelligent man knows how to manage his feelings and is aware of the emotional currents around him, making him a steady presence in times of stress or uncertainty in relationships. This ability to stay balanced and composed is incredibly valuable. For many young women, being with an older man is about finding that emotional stability, someone who won't let anger or frustration cloud his judgment, who won't make rash decisions or let impulsive emotions dictate his actions. It's about a man who has weathered life's ups and downs and can navigate them with a sense of calm and poise. But emotional intelligence isn't just about conflict resolution. It's also about the deeper connection that comes from understanding each other on an emotional level. It's about knowing what makes the other person tick, sensing when something is off, and being able to approach it with care and consideration. Small gestures, those tiny but profound acts of attentiveness, speak volumes. Remembering something significant she mentioned in passing, noticing when she's having a bad day and offering her support without making her ask, are all signs that you're truly paying attention. It's in these moments that emotional intelligence shines brightest, when you demonstrate that you see her, not just as someone to be admired or enjoyed, but as a whole person, someone with dreams, struggles, joys and sorrows. It builds an unspoken bond that goes far beyond the superficial. Young women don't just want to feel valued for their looks or company, they long to feel valued for who they are at their core. They want to know that they matter in ways that are deeper than surface-level attraction. When an older man can show that he recognizes and appreciates her essence, not just as a partner, but as an individual, it creates a profound sense of emotional safety. This kind of respect doesn't just attract, it nurtures a connection that is rooted in trust and mutual understanding. When you demonstrate emotional intelligence, it's not just about making her feel heard, it's about making her feel seen, respected, and truly understood. This kind of emotional maturity doesn't just make her feel safe, it also makes her feel cherished. It's a profound sense of security that only grows with time, and it's something that many young women crave when looking for a meaningful relationship. This emotional intelligence transforms interactions, making her feel as though she can share her inner world without fear of judgment or rejection. It's not about being perfect. It's about showing that you're capable of navigating emotions with empathy and awareness, which in turn deepens the emotional bond and enhances the connection you share. This rare and invaluable quality is what creates the foundation for something lasting, something that feels authentic, fulfilling, and truly worth investing. In the third quality that young women long for in an older man is authentic confidence, a rare and magnetic force that goes far beyond mere physical posture or carefully rehearsed words. True confidence is not something that can be faked or mimicked. It's a deep and unshakable inner strength that radiates from within like a quiet but powerful presence. It's an energy that is felt in the way you move through life, your ability to walk into a room and own it, not with arrogance but with a sense of calm. Assurance, this confidence isn't something that's put on for show. It's deeply embedded in the way you care yourself, in how secure you are in your choices, and most importantly, in how you lead without force or control. A true, authentic leader doesn't need to exert power over others. They inspire respect and admiration simply by embodying wisdom, grace, and stability. What young women are not seeking is perfection. They are not looking for a man who has all the answers or who claims to be flawless. Instead, they are drawn to a man who knows how to navigate life's challenges with poise, resilience, in authenticity. They admire someone who is comfortable in his own skin, someone who doesn't shy away from his imperfections, but embraces them with a sense of pride. What truly captures their attention is a man who can handle life's uncertainties and struggles with dignity, someone who can face adversity without losing himself in the process. This man doesn't need to have everything figured out, but he shows a deep inner strength that lets others know he is capable of handling whatever life throws at him. This authentic confidence shines through. In even the simplest of actions, it is reflected in the way you make decisions firmly and with purpose, whether they're big or small. It's seen in the way you communicate, the clarity with which you express your thoughts and opinions, always staying true to yourself, while respecting the views of others. A man who can stand tall in his convictions, yet remain open and receptive to different perspectives, is incredibly attractive. He doesn't need to be right all the time. He just needs to show that he is grounded in his own beliefs, while understanding that growth comes from hearing and learning from others. His ability to lead with kindness, patience, and a deep respect for others is what truly draws her in, as it indicates that he is someone who can not only provide support, but also inspiration in those around him. But it's important to note that while confidence is incredibly appealing, it is not synonymous with arrogance. The line between the two is thin, and young women are highly intuitive when it comes to distinguishing between the two. They can tell when confidence is genuine, and they can also tell when it is just a facade to mask insecurities. What truly captivates them is a balance, a man who is strong yet humble, who knows how to assert himself, yet isn't afraid to show vulnerability when the moment calls for it. Confidence in its truest form is not about being invincible, it's about being real. Being human and allowing oneself to be vulnerable without fear of judgment. It's about knowing that showing vulnerability doesn't make a man weak. It makes him more relatable, more authentic, and ultimately more appealing. Confidence also plays a significant role in how you treat her. Young women don't want a man who is intimidated by their beauty, their intelligence, or their energy. They want someone who can see them for who they truly are, someone who appreciates every facet of their being without feeling threatened by it. A man who can compliment her in a way that feels genuine, who notices the little things about her and expresses admiration without it feeling forced or superficial, is someone she will be drawn to. But more than that, she wants someone who recognizes his own worth, someone who isn't insecure about his place in the world. It's a man who understands that to make her feel special, he must first make her feel seen and valued, not just for her outer beauty, but for her mind, her spirit, and her ambitions. At the same time, she wants a man who doesn't just flatter her, but challenges her intellectually and emotionally, pushing her to be the best version of herself. She wants a partner who can inspire her to grow, evolve, and reach her full potential. Not someone who will hold her back or make her feel small. When you embody this solid, balanced confidence, this rare combination of strength, humility, and vulnerability, you create a connection that transcends not only age, but every superficial expectation. It is a bond that is rooted in mutual respect and admiration, and one that allows for real, deep intimacy. This kind of confidence creates a foundation where both partners feel safe, heard, and valued. It's a relationship where both individuals are free to express their true selves without fear of judgment or rejection. The reaction is not just physical, it's emotional, intellectual, and spiritual. It's a connection that feels natural and effortless because it is built on authenticity and the understanding that both individuals are strong, yet still capable of growing together. Ultimately, when you show up in the world as an older man with this kind of deep, authentic confidence, you don't just attract young women, you inspire them. You create a space where they feel safe to explore their own desires, their own dreams, and their own potential. You give them the gift of knowing that they too are worthy of love, respect, and admiration. And in doing so, you build a connection that stands the test of time. One that goes far beyond age in superficial appearances and is grounded in something far deeper, genuine, emotional intimacy and mutual growth. The fourth thing that young women expect from an older man is stability, but this is not merely about financial security or material wealth. The kind of stability they long for is far deeper, more intricate and rooted in the way you approach life. It's about a sense of direction, purpose and emotional balance that radiates from within an older man who is confident in his place in the world, who has a clear vision of where he's headed, emanates a magnetic emotional security that is incredibly attractive. This stability is not just about the things he has achieved, but about the essence of who he is, a man who is grounded, centered, and self-assured no matter what life throws at him. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment number 2 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. Young women are looking for someone who is mature, who has weathered the storms of life and come out stronger, wiser, and more secure. They want a partner who can offer a sense of calm and assurance when the world around them feels like it's spinning out of control. It's not that they expect perfection, but they do crave a man who faces life's never idle challenges with grace. Emotional intelligence and the ability to stay grounded. It's the way you handle stress, adversity, and the unknown that speaks volumes when you show that you can remain calm, collected, and measured. No matter how overwhelming life may get, it creates a sense of safety and trust that is incredibly appealing. Emotional stability is particularly vital. Young women, especially in today's fast-paced world, often find themselves navigating a landscape full of uncertainty, change, and unpredictability. To be with someone who remains steady amidst the chaos, who doesn't let the ups and downs of life dictate their behavior, is like a breath of fresh air. An older man who can face problems rationally, who doesn't overreact or allow emotions to control his actions, provides a much-needed sense of refuge. His calm demeanor and ability to think clearly in times of crisis create an environment where she can feel safe to be her true self. In his presence, she feels like she can open up, be vulnerable, and express her own emotions without fear of judgment or instability. This safe harbor you create in your relationship is a gift that she deeply values. But stability isn't just about emotional balance. It's also about consistency in your actions, your words, and your behaviors. Young women value reliability in a partner, and they want someone whose actions match their promises. If you say, "You'll do something," They need to know that you will follow through when a man is true to his word, when he stands by his commitments, and when his behavior is consistent. He earns their trust. This reliability is not about being predictable in everything, but in the ways that matter the most, the way you show up for them, the way you prioritize their relationship, and the way you demonstrate respect for her and her needs. Women are drawn to a man who doesn't change his stance based on fleeting emotions or temporary conveniences. Instead, he remains steadfast, loyal, and dependable even when life gets difficult. This consistency fosters a sense of security that young women deeply crave. They want to know that they can count on their partner, that no matter what challenges arise, the foundation of their relationship will remain strong. When a man demonstrates this kind of stability, it lays the groundwork for a relationship built on trust, respect, and unwavering commitment. It's not about being perfect or immune to mistakes. It's about showing up every day with the intention to do your best to support her and to maintain the emotional and practical consistency that nurtures a healthy, thriving relationship. When you offer this kind of stability, emotional, mental, and behavioral, you don't just capture her interest for the short term. You lay the foundation for a lasting relationship that is built on solid, unwavering ground. This is the kind of connection that lasts, the kind of bond that grows deep for over time, because it is nurtured by trust, consistency, and emotional security. With this stability, you don't just win her heart, you create a partnership that will stand the test of time, no matter what challenges or changes may come your way. The fifth thing that young women deeply desire from an older man is the ability to provide meaningful moments, experiences that resonate on an emotional level far beyond the surface of material wealth or superficial gestures. This doesn't mean impressing them with expensive dinners or extravagant gifts. Rather, it's about creating authentic experiences that carry weight, that hold significance, and that leave a lasting impact on the heart and soul in a world that often feels rushed, impersonal, and consumed by day-to-day routines. Young women long for a partner who can offer the moments that feel special, moments that allow them to feel deeply seen, heard, and cherished. They seek something more than the predictable, the ordinary, the routine. They want to feel that, with the right person by their side, they can experience moments that push them to grow, reflect, and connect on a deeper, more intimate level. Meaningful moments don't have to come from grand, over-the-top gestures. In fact, it's often the simplest, most heartfelt actions that have the greatest emotional impact. It could be something as simple as a quiet, intimate conversation under the vast expanse of a starry sky, where time seems to slow down and the world around them fades into the background. In those moments they are truly present with you, you sharing their thoughts and feelings in a way that feels deeply personal and authentic, or perhaps it's an unexpected gesture of affection, a small, thoughtful act that shows you're thinking of them in a way that makes them feel incredibly valued and important. This could be as simple as holding her hand in a moment of vulnerability, leaving a small note that expresses your feelings, or a spontaneous act of kindness that touches her heart. What truly matters in these moments is not the size or cost of the gesture, but the intention behind it. When you make the effort to turn ordinary, everyday moments into something extraordinary, you show her that she is worth your time, your energy, and your care. Young women are drawn to men who are truly present, who listen, who pay attention to the little details, and who are willing to invest themselves in creating experiences that matter. They want to feel like they are not just part of a routine, but that they are seen, heard, and cherished in ways that are deeply meaningful. It's in these moments that they feel the most connected to you, and these are the experiences that they will remember long after the moment has passed. Moreover, providing meaningful moments is not just about creating memories. It's about creating a deep emotional connection that goes beyond the superficial aspects of a relationship when you show her that you can take the time to understand her preferences, desires and dreams, and then turn those into reality. You show her that you truly value her for who she is, not just for how she looks or what she can offer. Whether it's planning an adventure based on something she's always wanted to do, or simply creating a space where she can open up and share her true thoughts and feelings without fear of judgment, these moments go far deeper than any material gesture ever could. In these moments, you're not just providing temporary pleasure or excitement. You are nurturing something that lasts. The emotional bond that is created when you give her these experiences is built on a foundation of trust, understanding, and care. When you make her feel important and valued in the most genuine way possible, it creates a sense of security and affection that becomes the backbone of a lasting connection. She knows that with you, she can experience the beauty of the present, and she can do so in a way that allows her to be her most authentic self. The ability to create these moments allows both of you to grow together emotionally and intellectually, and it creates a relationship that is constantly evolving, deepening and becoming more meaningful with time. In essence, providing meaningful moments isn't just about creating temporary sparks or exciting memories. It's about fostering a sense of intimacy and connection that transcends the ordinary. It's about showing her that she is a priority in your life, that her thoughts and emotions matter, and that you are willing to make the effort to bring her joy, fulfillment, and deep emotional satisfaction. It's a reflection of your sensitivity to her needs and desires, and your genuine desire to build something special with her. Ultimately, it's this ability to transform the mundane into the extraordinary that creates truly unforgettable connections. These are the moments that will stand the test of time and become the foundation of a lasting relationship. It's not just the grand gestures or extravagant experiences that matter. It's the small, thoughtful acts of love and care that make her feel truly seen, cherished, and valued. And when you are able to do this consistently, you create a relationship that is grounded in something much deeper than superficial attraction. It becomes a bond that is built on love, respect, and a shared emotional connection that will last long after the moment has passed. It's these meaningful moments that make a relationship not just memorable, but truly unforgettable. The sixth thing that young women expect from an older man is financial stability. But let's be clear, this is not about flaunting wealth or indulging in showy display of materialism. It's about the deeper sense of security that comes with a man who knows how to effectively manage his finances and has built a solid foundation over time through hard work, discipline and smart choices. A man who is financially stable reflects more than just the ability to afford luxuries. He demonstrates maturity, responsibility, and the foresight to plan for the future. These qualities are deeply attractive because they convey to young women that they can't feel secure, supported, and confident in their future with you. Financial stability is a mark of a man who understands the value of hard work and who has the wisdom to manage resources in a way that allows him to live comfortably, plan for what lies ahead, and invest in what matters most. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment number 3 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me for young women. Financial stability is much more than just paying bills on time or acquiring the latest trends. It's about the way a man approaches life and the broader responsibilities that come with it. It's about the mindset that drives the decisions he makes, the long-term goals he pursues, and the way he handles his finances with integrity. They aren't looking for someone who is financially reckless, constantly chasing the next big thing or indulging in fleeting pleasures. Instead, they seek a man who has a clear vision for his life, who can be relied on to take care of his own needs, and when necessary, provide a sense of security for those he loves. A man who can effectively balance the desire for financial growth with the understanding that true wealth comes not just in material form, but in the peace of mind that comes with financial security. When an older man shows that he has a stable financial foundation, it's about more than just the number in his bank account. It's about the kind of life he can build, both for himself and for those he cares about. It's about his ability to create an environment where dreams can be realized, opportunities can be explored, and future plans can be made with confidence. This sense of security creates a ripple effect in a relationship, providing a space where both partners can thrive. It allows young women to feel safe and supported, knowing that they aren't only being provided for in the present, but that their future together can be one of stability, growth, and mutual fulfillment. Financial stability also signals emotional security. When you are able to manage your finances wisely, you demonstrate a high level of emotional maturity and the ability to handle stress and challenges in a calm, rational manner. This offers a sense of trust and reassurance to the woman who is with you. She feels that with you, she can build a life together based on shared goals and dreams. This trust is invaluable because it opens the door to deeper emotional intimacy. She knows that you aren't just investing in her in the short term, but that you both have the potential to create something lasting and meaningful. This vision of a shared future, one built on stability, trust and security, is an incredibly attractive quality to a woman looking for more than a fleeting, temporary relationship. Importantly, it's not just the financial resources that matter, but how they are used. Money in this context is a tool that helps build a strong foundation for a lasting relationship. It's about how you invest in experiences in each other's well-being and creating opportunities for both of you to grow and enjoy life together. Women are drawn to men who know how to appreciate what they have, who are generous without being wasteful, and who understand the true value of financial decisions. The way you use your resources to create special moments, share experiences, and plan for the future speaks volumes about your character. It shows that you are not focused on the immediate gratification of excess, but on building something meaningful and lasting. When a man is able to balance the practical side of finances with the emotional aspects of a relationship, it creates a deep sense of connection and trust. Young women want a man who can offer them more than just material things. They want someone who has the wisdom to navigate life's challenges with calm assurance, and who can offer them the emotional security and stability that comes from knowing you've got a plan, a vision, and the ability to make it a reality in this way. Financial stability becomes a symbol of maturity, foresight, and the ability to weather both the calm and stormy times that life inevitably brings. It becomes the framework on which a lasting, fulfilling relationship can be built. Moving on to the seventh thing that young women desire from an older man: experience in oral sex. This topic might seem like a purely physical one, but in reality it goes far beyond just technique or ability. It's about showing deep attention, sensitivity, and dedication to making sure your partner feels cared for, respected, and thoroughly please. Young women deeply value men who understand that sex is not just a mechanical act, but an intimate exchange that requires patience, attention, ESS, and most importantly, emotional connection. A man who demonstrates a commitment to mutual satisfaction, especially in areas like oral sex, shows that he is not just focused on his own pleasure, but is genuinely invested in her experience as well. Older men have the advantage of experience. They know that in intimacy, and especially in moral sex, it's not about rushing through the motions or aiming for a quick result. It's about taking the time to explore, to savor the moment, and to respond to her cues and reactions. Experience gives them a deeper understanding of what feels good, but it also makes them attuned to what doesn't. allowing them to adapt and learn along the way. It's not just about technique, it's about emotional intelligence, about being able to notice how she responds, how to make her feel more comfortable, and how to guide her to a place of deep relaxation and pleasure. For young women, the man who is skilled in oral sex is someone who demonstrates generosity, patience, and a deep understanding of the nuances of physical intimacy. This kind of experience requires care and a willingness to go beyond just satisfying one's own desires. It's about creating a safe, pleasurable environment where both partners can fully enjoy the moment without pressure, expectations, or self-interest. A man who is skilled at this form of intimacy shows that he values mutual pleasure, that he cares about making her feel special, valued, and thoroughly enjoyed. This kind of care and dedication fosters trust and admiration, deepening the emotional connection between partners. Moreover, experience in this area isn't just about knowing the right moves, it's about making the relationship unforgettable by focusing on the emotional connection that comes through mutual exploration. When you invest time in understanding your partner's needs, paying attention to her desire, and focusing on creating an experience that is as emotionally fulfilling as it is physically satisfying, you build a bond that is stronger, more intimate, and more meaningful. Experience in oral sex, when approached with care and attention, becomes a powerful tool for building trust, deepening emotional intimacy, and fostering a connection that goes beyond just physical pleasure. As we wrap up today's video, let's take a moment to reflect on what we've learned, from the power of authenticity to the strength of emotional intelligence, confidence, stability, and creating meaningful moments. Each of these qualities is a cornerstone of building deep, lasting connections, especially with younger women. So what's the one thing you've learned today that resonated with you the most? I'd love to hear about it. Drop a comment below and let me know how you plan to bring this into practice in your life. And if you found value in this video, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. For more insights, your support means a lot, and it helps us keep creating content just like this. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.